Alright kids, here we are, YourGuitarSage here, and today we're going to learn how to play Boulevard of Broken Dreams by Green Day. I'm looking at this chart here on my screen that I just put together for this, all the chords and rhythms and all that good stuff, where you play what. I'm going to start playing the tune here, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so for those of you that are just looking at what to do, here we go. Capo first fret, by the way. Gotta have a capo. Well, you don't have to, but it's going to make it a lot easier. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is the first motif. What we call a motif is a musical idea, and it's basically the song's in four, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if it's in four, each one of these chords, for the most part, get 2 beats. We'll talk about the exceptions. The very last bar in the choruses, they get a whole measure. But here, we're splitting the measures between the 2 chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and this is in E minor, G, D, A. Okay, plays that for the intro, the verse, all the intros, or I should say the intro, all the verses, and the turnaround. The turnaround is that little section that happens after the first chorus. Sometimes it happens after the second and third chorus in songs, but in this case it's, well, on this one it's after the second chorus as well. So what we call a turnaround. It's after the chorus and before the next verse, where typically the band's just playing, okay, and there's no singing. Okay, so it's the same E minor, G, D, A. Okay, we'll talk about how I'm playing those chords in a minute. Chorus is going to go C. Here we go. It's going to go like this. Okay, so we'll talk about all that here. So the basic rhythm of that is C for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, D for 2 beats, E minor for 2 beats. And that whole motif plays 3 times through. And the 4th time is going to go C, G, B, which is for 4 beats. And I'm playing 8s. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's why they're called 8s. Because there are 8 of them in a measure. Okay, so let's talk about the chords here. Basic E minor. If you don't know these chords or any of these strumming rhythms too, let me cut here for advertisement here. Any of the techniques that you don't get here, check out YourGuitarSage.com and get a hold of that ebook there. It'll show you about chords, rhythms. It's just packed full of really good stuff that's going to help you. How to strum, how to read chord charts. There's advanced stuff in there, there's beginner stuff in there, but it's about 33 pages, chock full of really great stuff. And also, if you want to get your hands on this chart, check out YourGuitarSage.com and figure out, and you can find out how to do that there too. Okay, so basic chords here are E minor, G. I play my G without my first finger. I mute that 5th string with that finger, the 2nd finger. A D, mute that 6th string with your thumb, and an A, and again muting that 6th string with your thumb. Okay, chorus, C with a muted 6th, G, D with a muted 6th, and an E minor. Now, the only chord here that's probably going to give you any issues is the B chord. Okay, it's a bar chord, and we don't do this very often here, just because we're doing basic acoustic work here for the most part. But the B chord is going to do something like this. You're going to take your first finger and lay it right here on the 2nd fret, if you're counting up from the capo. 1, 2. So first finger's behind the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Take it and bump it up against the 6th string to mute it. And so it's only going to play that note. Everything else is muted. 3rd finger, ring finger, is going to lay down. You're going to hyperextend it. What's hyperextending? It's when you do that right there. So you don't want to lay your finger on the fretboard like this. Okay, you want to lay it flat like that and hyperextend it. You want that finger to bend backwards. Okay, that's going to give you a great bar chord like that. Okay, you can't see what I'm doing. There you go. Okay, that'll give you a great bar chord. And really, you only have to play the 4 middle strings. You don't have to play the 6th or the 1st. Okay, if you did, you'd have to play something like that, and that's very ugly. We don't like to do that. Some people are double jointed and can play a full chord by just bending that like that. Sometimes I can get it. I guess I'm double jointed today. So there you go. There's your B. Alright, so and that is the last chord of each of the choruses. Okay, since we've taken this and developed this into an acoustic tune, we're basically just playing it like. What I'm doing is I'm doing all downstrokes, okay, and I'm doing 8ths, okay, so I'm doing 8th notes instead of quarter. Quarter note would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm doing this little note in between there that's going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'm not committing to a full strum on the ands. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That'll give you that nice sound. Okay, so hopefully that strumming there will help you out. If you have any issues with your strumming, by the way, check out my video on strumming, and also check out my video on open chords if you're having any issues here, because that will really help you out. Also, get the book at YourGuitarSage.com, and that will really help you out as well. Alright kids, keep practicing, and we'll talk to you later.